Once upon a time, in a small Indian village surrounded by mustard fields and old banyan trees, lived an elderly man named Herodes. Each had not been kind to him. His back was bent, his knees shook with every step, and his breath often came in short, tired bursts. Yet every morning before sunrise, he still woke up, washed his face at the hand pump, and lifted a heavy basket of vegetables onto his head: potatoes, onions, gourds, and leafy greens pressed down on him like the weight of years he had never released. Herodes never complained. He believed that enduring pain silently was strength. Every day, he walked slowly along the dusty road toward the market. Children whispered when they saw him. Some people bargained harshly, treating his vegetables as if they carried no value beyond coins. He accepted everything without protest. Long ago, he had been stronger. He worked in the fields, carried heavy loads, and built his life with effort. But life had taken many things from him: his wife, his son, and eventually even his strength. Still, he told himself to endure. One hot summer morning, the sun rose early and harsh. The air felt heavy, and the road seemed longer than usual. Herodes lifted his basket and began walking, but halfway to the market, he reached a large peepal tree where travelers usually rested. His body finally gave in. His knees weakened, and he sat down suddenly. The basket fell, and vegetables rolled across the ground. For a moment, he just sat there in silence, filled with shame. "I can't even carry my own burden anymore," he whispered to himself as he struggled to stand again. A calm voice came from under the tree. "Why are you speaking so harshly to yourself?" Herodes looked up. An old wanderer in saffron clothes sat nearby. His eyes were calm and deep, as if they had seen many lives come and go. Herodes sighed. "I am weak. If I stop working, I will have nothing." The wanderer smiled gently. "Yet you rise every morning and carry more than your body should handle. Is that weakness?" Herodes had no answer. The wanderer picked up a fallen tomato and placed it back in the basket. "Tell me," he said, "if this basket broke, would you keep carrying it or fix it?" "I would fix it," Herodes replied. "And if your cart collapsed under too much weight, what would you do?" "I would remove the load," the wanderer nodded. "Then why are you kinder to objects than to your own body?" Those words stayed silent in the air. Herodes whispered, "My life has always taught me to endure. If I rest, I lose time. If I slow down, I lose money." The wanderer looked at him softly. "A lamp that burns without oil does not show devotion. It only destroys itself." Then, gently, he removed some vegetables from the basket and placed them aside. "Carry less today. Rest for a while. Live, don't just survive." Everything inside Herodes resisted, but his tired body finally agreed. That day, he reached the market late and earned less money, but he did not collapse on the way back. For the first time in years, he slept peacefully. The next morning, he did something he had never done before. He made his basket lighter. People noticed. "Are you getting weak in old age?" They mocked. Herodes only smiled faintly. "No, I am learning to take care of myself." Days passed, and something strange happened. Because he walked slower, people began to see him differently. Some helped him. Some spoke kindly. Life felt less heavy, not because his work changed, but because his attitude did. Later, during the monsoon, he fell ill. This time, he did not force himself to work. He rested. And for the first time, the village came to him bringing food, soup, and care. Lying on his bed, listening to the rain, Herodes finally understood something simple but powerful. Suffering is not a measure of worth. Rest is not weakness. Self-kindness is not selfishness. When he recovered, he never returned to carrying the same heavy load again. His pace remained slow, but his life became peaceful. And the village learned something they never forgot. The strongest person is not the one who carries the most, but the one who finally learns when to put the burden down.